Hello, viewers. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Please join in.
Welcome.
Join in. Join in, everybody, so that we can start our live. Hi, you are welcomed. Welcome, everybody. Okay, TV, hi. Our viewers, we are waiting for you. We are going to start in a short while. I can see 2 people are watching. Just say hi, that you may get to know that you are there. Welcome. Welcome, our viewers. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching us from. Maybe you can just tell us what time of the day is it at your place. Is it evening, morning, afternoon? As for us here in Germany, it is evening, late evening. Welcome, everybody. Just say hi, that we may get to see you. Welcome. Hi. Thank you for joining in. So our viewers, today we are going to discuss or to talk and even get social about the statement that was made by Omondi. Of those of us who don't know Omondi is a famous comedian in Kenya. We just want to discuss and get social about his recent statement. I know most of you know what he said about the child. And for us being women, being mothers to children, maybe it might have affected you or us in one way or another. But let's get social and know more about it. Hi, our guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Lillian at Toti Talks. Thank you so much for hosting me here. I'm so glad, and I'm looking forward to the conversation or discussion on how it's going to go.
So our guest today, we are talking about Eric Omondi.
Yeah.
I hope that you know Eric Omondi, and maybe you might be a fan of Eric Omondi as well. And the recent statement that he said that he is going to support Jacque Maribe's child only after the DNA results. What's your opinion about it, our guest? As we also get to know the opinion of our viewers, please tell us what you think about his statement and your opinion. Feel free to comment in the comment section and also give the video a thumb up so that we also get to know that you are there. What's your opinion? What do you think about it when you heard that statement that he said that he's only going to support Jacque Maribe's child after the DNA results? What's your opinion, my guest?
First of all, to start with, Eric Omondi, Lilian Amondi. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it
So
twisted.
I had not
Omondi, and
noted
his
that.
name is Eric Omondi.
Mhm.
I'm not using it. I'm not trying to put Luoism or tribalism inside. But for me, Eric Omondi is right. I mean, he deserves it. He really deserves the DNA test. He's supposed to get it because at the end of the day, there was some relationship in between the two. There was a man, another man in the game, and Eric Omondi was also in the game. So why not ask for the DNA? For me, I'm supporting Eric Omondi, and I also demand Maribe to give Eric Omondi a DNA result.
I think not unless you tell us which man was in the game. We only know, or you can only see Eric Omondi in that picture, and we are sure that he knows very well that he hates it.
Yeah.
And for sure, there's no any mother who doesn't know the father of her children or her child. And
Yeah.
I don't think that there is any mad woman there who would just go pinpointing anybody, trying to point that person, trying to say that he is the father of the children, knowing very well that he is not the father of the child or the children.
Okay, first of all, before we go too far, Maribe, yeah? She was going
Yeah.
out with the Simon Kibe, something like that. At the same time, she was going out with Eric Omondi. So, and for me, in this type of situation, is that it can be a little bit twisted or hard for a woman to know who is the father of that child, because she was going out with the same men at the same time. So the chances there stand that she might be a little bit confused, or she was a little bit confused to know who is the father of that child. Definitely, when you're doing infidelity, you always get confused at some point. But when you have one man that you're going out with, definitely you know this is the father of my child. I mean, Maribe, she really need to tell us who is the father of that child. That I will still continue insisting on that. She
I'll
don't know
first
the father. She must make the DNA and get to know who is the father of this child, because they were going out at that same time. She was going out with Simon Kibe and Eric Omondi. So who is the father of the child?
I'll first give some shout outs to some viewers here. Okay TV, hi there. We are waiting. Thank you so much. Sally Kraus. I saw what Omondi wrote and I was like, she was also shocked. Image Kenya TV. Hello, ladies. Hello, Image Kenya TV. Okay TV. He lives in another world, and the life he is currently living, he would not have needed children. Okay. Hi, Image Ohoro. Okay. Image Sari Klaus is saying Ohoro to you. Okay. In my opinion, I think that Simon Kibe was just a male friend. Having a male friend does not mean that you're going with that person. Maybe people might have misinterpreted it, because assuming that because he was her friend that they were going out together. But for sure, according to my own opinion, I think that Jacque Maribe knows very well the person who was hitting the thing. And she cannot just go outside, just pinpointing anybody, knowing very well that that is not the father of her child. Having been married or being in a relationship, it does not mean that you should not have male friends or close male friends to you. And having close friends to you does not mean that you're having a what we call it, intimate relationship with them. Yeah. So I think that he doesn't have any right to demand DNA. What's your opinion, our viewers? Please feel free to comment. Feel free to share your thoughts.
Okay, according to Eric Omondi's story that we saw in Instagram, I think it's yesterday morning, he explained it very well, very not deutlich, but it was clear and clear how their relationship started. It was in 2012 or something when they met with Kibe, with the Maribe. And at this point of time that they met, she was just coming out of that relationship. But there is a way that was said that they were still seeing each other behind the curtains with Kibe. And Eric Omondi was so sure, right, for him to even bring this thing out in public. That means he was 100% sure, because I don't think a man can just decide to hit on the mother of her child like that. Another thing I want to make it clear for you here, many women outside here, they go out with different men. You find yourself going out with maybe two or three men, and maybe at the behind your back, you're calling them your male friends. But people, we don't know what goes on in the darkness. Only you and God knows it. So for Eric Omondi to stand out so clear and so confident, saying that he demands a DNA from Maribe. We also saw the other day, yesterday, the way Maribe came to Jalango, so fully drunk. That means for me, from that point, I took what Eric Omondi was saying is definitely 99.9 true, because how can somebody just turn out in the social media so drunk like that and trying to blackmail? For me, it was like a blackmail to Eric Omondi for him not to spill the beans more. You came out drunk. You're trying to make the things so whiten the story out for people not to talk about it anymore. I mean, Maribe knows the father of the child, but not Eric Omondi. Okay, I cannot say, I'm not sure that it's not Eric Omondi, but she knows the father of that child. So she should bring out the father of that child. But I believe Eric Omondi, from my own opinion, Eric Omondi is not the father of that child.
I think you're just trying to explain the same thing. Does it mean that if a lady has male friends and she's married or she's in a relationship, she should not have male friends who are close to her?
Okay, you can have male friends, but there's some boundaries. There's some boundaries. Definitely, you cannot tell me you're married and you hang out in the middle of the night. They see you, I don't know where, with the so-called male friends. Hello. How on earth am I supposed to believe you is your man? How am I supposed to trust you? Hanging around in the middle of the night with male friends. For sure, you can go out as a lady, but have your female friends with you around. You can hang out with the friends too, but you can't be only you and your male friend outside in the middle of the night and telling me that he's just a friend. I can't buy that. And as much as I can't buy that, I believe the men outside there, they can't buy that. You can have your friends, but you have your limits, you have your bounds. I mean, you should have a pride as a woman. You should be proud of yourself, your dignity. It matters a lot. So Maribe should seriously watch on her steps. That's what I can say.
Okay. Joy cried, enjoying the show. Yes, cried, thank you very much. Sally Kraus, lazima DNA atoe aache zake if she wants Omondi to support the baby. Karanja Kamau, hello my dear great sister. Hello Karanja. Oki TV, Eric is very much famous now and he makes a lot of money. Of course, you will believe what about the poor woman? Ladies, leave alone now even the relationship between Jacque Maribe and Eric Omondi. What about the repercussions or the how this statement affected that kid? What if the DNA comes out to prove that that kid is his? Does it mean that we are so inhuman that we no longer think about our kids and the consequences that our statements or the statements that we put in the internet there are going to affect our kids psychologically, socially, emotionally, and exposing our children? Does it mean that we are so careless and so inhuman to expose our children to public scrutiny and even public ridicule, not caring about them? Don't you think that he would have used another statement or maybe call Jacque Maribe behind the curtains so that they can try to solve out that issue? Instead of saying in the public and putting it out there in the internet that I will not support that child, not unless the DNA proves that I'm the father of that child. Hello, he claims he's very rich. He's supporting other, I would say, really unnecessary issues, whereas he's trying to neglect his own blood. What would you say about that, our guest?
Okay, let me take you back to the issue again before we come into the issue of the baby. Normally, it's not good to involve children in our matters, even at home. But on the first place is Jacque Maribe that started the bomb. He's the one who spilled the beans. Eric Omondi posted Eric Omondi is a comedian. For heaven's sake, Jacque Maribe should know at this point that Eric Omondi, first of all, is a comedian, and he always do things to chase, let me just say, to chase clouds or something like that. So she shouldn't have taken it so personal. And another thing, she don't even have the rights to take that Eric Omondi things personal, or even to get affected, or to take issues in her heart, whereas they are not together. Eric Omondi is not her husband. He's not, they don't even have any affair together. He's just the father of the child. So whatever Eric Omondi posts on media, it doesn't supposed to be her problem. And she's the one who still wrote on under the Eric Omondi post that what kind of, he's not a responsible father. He put some laughing emojis and tagged somebody. You understand? So she's the one who started the war with Eric Omondi. For heaven's sake, Eric Omondi is also a human being. He couldn't have just hold it and say, I'm a man, I have to behave like a man, I have to call her. Of course, Eric Omondi said it in a Jalango interview. He tried to call her, but he was not picking the call. And that's why he decided now to make everything more worse than it was before. So for me, I take Eric Omondi is just a human being, and he had feelings too, so he also have to react. And this is how he reacted. So the issue here is both of them are to be blamed, but the person who is to be blamed most is Jacque Maribe, because she is a mother. She knew very well that if I post this thing, it's going to cause a big blow to my family, to my children, to my child, to my friends, and everybody that surrounds her. So she couldn't have thought. She could have thought twice before doing this thing. Eric Omondi is not your husband. He's not your. You people don't have any affair. So why should you attack Eric Omondi's posts? She could have called Eric Omondi. She's the one in the position of calling Eric Omondi as a mother who cares about her child. For her to cover her child up, for her to protect the issues that are going to explode, knowing very well that Eric Omondi is a comedian. He can make it even worse, and at the end of the day, he's not even intending to do it worse than what you think. Why should you be angry with another man's affair? He's not your husband. That's my question to you today.
I believe that Jacque Maribe has feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it affected her in one way or another when she saw Eric Omondi posting that another lady is pregnant of him and he's ready to support the pregnancy, including that child. Of course, being a mother, knowing very well that the father of the kid is not supporting that kid, how would you react? Did you expect her just to keep quiet? Who knows, maybe he was not picking his calls for her to go and react that way. She has feelings, and of course she was affected to see him bragging and saying that he has impregnated another woman, and he is ready to support that lady. He's even ready to take care of that kid and support that kid, whereas he's abandoning the child who is already there, the child who is already born, he doesn't support. Assuming that you are the one who was in that position, how would you react? Jacque Maribe has feelings too. Maybe she's playing the roles of a father and a mother in the life of that kid, knowing very well that that kid was a product of the two of them. And yet the father is bragging in the whole world. A certain lady is pregnant of me. I will support that child. I have money to waste. I'm looking for a material wife and blah, blah. Yet he's not paying school fees. Yet he's not providing. Mm-hmm. That lady is fighting to provide all for her kid, knowing that the father is just bragging outside there, spoiling people with money. I don't know. Being in the same position, I would have reacted the same way as Jacque Maribe.
I'm sorry to say that this can be the highest part of stupidity. Your so-called father of the child has been somebody just text. Can you just read the comment, please?
Steve Robot. Then a lady is confidently telling you that I know who the father is, and that's you. Achani hii mchezo bana. Unless Eric did it well, drunk.
Thank you.
Didn't realize.
Thank you. And this brings me back to Eric Omondi and saying that is bragging all over the world. Eric Omondi, for Maribe to even react like this, she could have done it long time. Angefanya kitambo sana, she could have attacked Eric Omondi long time ago. Eric Omondi the other day, he bought what's the name? If Mungai. He bought for If Mungai equipment over, I mean, it was worth 400,000 Kenya shillings, which is around 3,500 euros. He bought for If Mungai. The thing was going round. I mean, they did it in public. It was big. I mean, a big present for If Mungai. He even started all this. How do they call this show that he did the other day? House material. He did it more than 4 times. Eric Omondi has been doing big things with money. But this one, you want to tell me that Jacque Maribe was not seeing all this before he attacked Eric Omondi on this? This is the money that also the so-called Eric Omondi could have used on the taking care of the baby. If she was wise enough, at that point, at those particular events, he could have attacked Eric Omondi at that time. And why wait after 7 years? Then she can come out proudly as confidently to say that Eric Omondi is not taking care of the child, while 3 or 4 months ago, they were in Naivasha having fun as family. I mean, Jacque Maribe is not making sense here. They are the kind of women that are making men to insist on DNA, whereby many women are very innocent, knowing very well is the father of my child, but the type of behavior Jacque Maribe has imposed or exposed is the type of behavior that many men will now start insisting on DNA. Despite the fact that you 2 people are living in the house, you've never gone outside, you know very well that you are going out with one man, but because of this type of behavior, you want to come out after just because you saw your ex with another woman. For me, till today, it has not. It has not given me a pinch on my. Sorry, I don't want to use the word. No.
As you have said that Eric Omondi bought items, I don't know what, 4,000 euros for If Mungai. I think that one was only for show. Knowing very well, and he's trying to act deaf, he's trying to act blind, that he doesn't know what is happening behind the curtain. He wants just to act as if he doesn't know that he's a deadbeat dad to a kid that he made somewhere, and he's trying to cover that with this show off and doing a lot of things.
I'm sorry to catch you. Just a reminder. Eric Omondi and Jacque Maribe with the innocent boy were in Naivasha a few months ago. Do you know the kind of hotel they went to? How they lived there? The kind of holiday they did there? Jacque Maribe, I mean, she has to wake up. If she's drinking too much alcohol, she has to cut it off. Why didn't she post then? At that time, they were in the holidays, wearing white everywhere, doing big holidays, the family holiday, family thing. She was posting everything, but she didn't mention that this man is a deadbeat papa. Like she said, he's a deadbeat dad that I've gone out with my son. He's not paying school fees, but we are still going out together. By now, everybody could be supporting her. But she waited I can call this action of Jacque Maribe jealous action. She's just jealous. Let's just hit the nail on the head. Can't read the comments.
Going to Naivasha for holiday does not mean that they were together. Maybe Jacque Maribe felt that my child has missed the dad for a long time. I should try and organize something that they get a way of meeting up. Who knows whether she's the one who was taking care of the bills and the hotels that they were staying in Naivasha? Maybe she was the one who was doing it just because she wants her child to meet the father or even to spend some time with the father.
Anne, sorry to catch you. You know very well that this man is not helping you with one bit, one dime, for heaven's sake. He's not giving you nothing. But after some few years, he calls you. I don't know, it was years or they always do this behind undercovers or something. Then he calls you and tells you that I want to take you guys to Naivasha, or can we go out? Or maybe you ask him, you plead with him that you guys should. Can you really take that kind of request? Can you even accept to just offer an holiday whereby the father is not taking care of the child? It's not normal.
I mean, I can for the sake of my child. Most of us, we women, we are out there to do anything in order to be able to make sure that our children are living a balanced life.
Yes,
I will do anything as well to make sure that my children are meeting the father if I was the one in that situation.
Okay, but why don't you first create the bond? You have to create the bond first. Try to bring them together. Just try like 2 weekends or 3 weekends in a month for them to come together, for them to learn to know each other, to get used to each other before you explore something big to waste your money just for 2 or 3 days. Then the father is not going to see the child again after 4 or 5 years. It doesn't make sense. She could have first bring them together, try to make them meet frequently before she can now decide for a holiday. For me, still, I will insist, it doesn't. Jackie knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. She should just go and bring the DNA. Let us know if the child can be called. Maybe now they change the name to, I don't know the name of the child, to Omondi. I will be proud to welcome the baby to our village, yeah?
Okay, I'll give some people here some shout outs. Karanja Kamau, but if I may say something, people who call themselves celebs have very retro brain, if any, but from my own opinion, Omondi is not the father. Why all those years Maribe has not provided DNA? Karanja Kamau, atoti si upewe cappuccino na bili yangu. Omondi is not the dad. Maribe knows very well. It's gone. Knows very well. Just a moment. Okay. Okay, TV. In Europe, Eric would have been brought to the court for a long time to have the paternity test done. Eric is not a good father. Thank you, Okay, TV. Felicity Steve. Hello, Felicity. Welcome.
Can I attack Eric? Can I just not attack? I just want to answer TV. TV, you cannot judge this man. Just put yourself in this condition or this situation. Your ex or your baby mama was going out to different men or different man. You people are playing the game on the same time, at the same point. And at the end of the day, here comes the baby being said that is yours. Maybe the story, you have to clear this story up on the air so that everybody that are coming in can understand where the story started, how Maribe came out to attack Eric Omondi. Because it didn't just start like that. These people were in good contact before.
Our viewers, please give the video a thumb up. Okay, TV. Okay, Eric is not a good father, yeah. Sally Krauswald Law, I thought you wanna welcome them in Luoland. Rose Wangeshi, hi Anna and Atoti. Hope I'm not late. You are not late. Thank you so much for joining in. You know, I think it's a habit that has come up nowadays, that men are trying to act the innocent one when it comes to the upbringing of their children, or in cases whereby they are being accused of being irresponsible. They are trying to say, like, I never wanted a kid, I did bra bra bra. Like he was, like I had him saying that he used the condom on that day. But let me ask, is it the only responsibilities of we ladies to do family planning, or is it the responsibilities of men as well? If he did not want a kid, if he was feeling that he was living a fragile life and he wanted fun for the rest of his life, then why didn't he go for family planning so that he does not end up being blamed? If he thinks that he is innocent.
For this matter, I must say, Jackie Maribe, she's the one who's supposed to have done the family planning. Hello, you're a lady. You have to take good care of your body. You have to be proud of yourself. Your body is a temple of God. You cannot just be opening your legs everywhere. Sorry to use this word. For every man, that every Dick and Harry. If you know that you first of all, normally you have to just give yourself in to somebody that you love and you know he loves you back, and be ready to to make a baby with the person. You people have to sit down and talk. Now, we need to make babies, because this, like Eric Omondi said, this is a one night stand, and it happened to be that she got pregnant. Why couldn't she ask Eric to use protection? Or why didn't she go for family planning or morning after? There are a lot of things to take care of herself after and protect her sex. She could have done that. Hello. What is she trying to show the society? What is she trying to imply to the young generation, the young girls that are coming? Is she trying to tell them that you can go with every Dick and Harry and whatever happens, you have to carry the child with you? She has to be responsible. She has to show good example to the society, and especially to her young generation, the upcoming generation. It's not a good, it's not any kind of excuse to show that Eric Omondi was the one who was supposed to be responsible. We women are supposed to be responsible for our bodies and for our behaviors. Not unless it's a rape case, then it can be understood.
I
It
would say
wasn't a
that
rape case.
Eric Omondi should man up, and all the other men outside there who are thinking that they can run away from their responsibilities. And are you trying to explain that family planning is the responsibility of a lady? I mean, there are so many ways of that men can do family planning. They know them. We don't really have to mention them here. If you don't want a kid, why produce
Sorry
one?
to catch you.
And sorry, because
Sorry
that is
to
not
catch
the
you.
responsibility of women alone. It's for
You
two
as a
people,
woman, you
adults
as
who
a
are involved
woman,
in the act, who should plan for their kids. Not you can. I mean, you cannot blame the ladies alone. It's the responsibility of the two
you as a
adults.
woman, you come out. Mhm. You as a woman, you know very well you are the one who's going to carry the baby. You are the one who's going to face the 9 months of pains, of sleepless nights, even when the baby come out, of sleepless nights, when you give birth, sleepless nights, sickness, all those running around with the baby. You know you are the person that is going to face all this. Mostly, let me say like 70%, we are the women, we are the ones who are carrying the whole burden. So before you jump with the man, you have to know what the consequences. If you're the kind of person that don't care about tomorrow, then hello, you end up like Jacque Maribe, following a man everywhere. We are supposed to be responsible. We are supposed to know our bodies. We are supposed to know how we are going to take care of ourselves. Because what we do tomorrow, we implicate what our children are going to do in future. I don't think he's a good example for Jacque Maribe at all to the society and to a girl child.
I agree with you. It is not a good example, but on the other point, I disagree with you. It's not the responsibility of a woman alone to do family planning, and men should be responsible of their actions, not trying to run away. How many men have we seen that they have made kids out there, and at the end of the day, they end up running away from their responsibility, and they try to use the scapegoat, saying that I did not want the kid, she's the one who was giving me kids every time, but they were enjoying the actions, and they are not ready to provide for the kids. They are not responsible for their actions, and Eric Omondi is just an example of them.
Mm-hmm. I understand, but there's one thing for sure that we women have to know and have it at the back of our minds. Once you see some red flags, definitely. The first child is always, we always say is just, sometimes it can be by mistake, but children are never a curse. Children are always a blessing. So there's always some red flags after the first child. You see the man maybe is pushing himself away from you, he's behaving funny, he's doing some funny characters towards you. This is the time that you should know that, hello, I have to wake up, I have to open my eyes, I have to know what I want for my future, for my child, the child that I have. You don't need to wait for a man to come and tell you that we have to sit down and do family planning. Hello, first of all, before you even think of that, are you people married? Are you people married? Why should you go for the third and the fourth and the fifth when you're not married? I think the first child should be a great lesson for many women outside there. You do the second one, you do the third one. Hello, who are you? What are you waiting for? Who do you expect to come from heaven to help you? You have to be responsible. Do you know that you're punishing these kids when you get the second and the third and the fourth without their father? Only in the case that the father is dead, that's another thing. But here is a case whereby you know the father, you know where the father is, and he don't want anything to do with you. Then why can't you just tighten your legs and wait for the good man, the right man to come your way, marry you, and get children with you? You can't be jumping with every Dick and Harry everywhere and be waiting for you to be fighting all the women on social media, all the men on social media. You will fight the whole world and you'll never win.
Point of correction: marriage is not a priority for everyone. Some people don't want to get married, and we respect their choice. Some people want to live a child-free life, and we respect their choice. But even if the child happens to come when one is not married, I think it's the right of that child to be provided by both parents, and it's the right of that child to be taken care of by the both parents, regardless
I
of
think
how
you
they're going
got
to make the
me.
arrangement. Regardless of how they're
I
going
think
to make the arrangement. But if one party fails, then they are deadbeat. Let me give some shout outs here. If I may say something, my mom was a single mom and she raised us up and educated us as much we wanted bila drama. Sasa Maribe anataka kutuonyesha nini sasa? She's the first single mom on earth. No, she's not. She's just trying to to bring the father figure or to bring the father of that child in the life of that child. You can continue, our guest. You are saying something?
Yeah, I think you got me wrong. First of all, marriage is not a priority. Marriage is not something that, okay, for many women it's a joy of every woman to get married, of course. But in this case, what I meant is that once you get the first child outside wedlock, I mean, it's your obligation as a woman to be very, very careful and watchful before you can indulge yourself in the second child. If you're not married or if you don't have a permanent relationship, yes, fine. Men always mess women up. Sometimes you can get the good man, and at some point he just change and become a beast that you didn't know of and leave you with 3 or 4 kids. I think there's a way you have to learn. You have to learn. You're not going to learn it only through marriage. You can learn it also from happening. Hello?
Hello. Eve Walls, hello everybody.
Something is
Thank you
wrong.
so much. Okay, TV. Many men run away from their responsibility. Very good, okay, TV. Just like Eric. Yeah, very many men are running away from their responsibilities and they are using that as scapegoat to say that I did not want a child. She was just giving me children, but I did not ask her for it. What do you think about the kid? We as parents, we feel that it is our right to ask for DNA, not knowing what we are exposing those children to. Do you think that it is the right of Eric to ask DNA, regardless of the feelings of the public scrutiny, of the public ridicule, psychological torture, not forgetting that the internet never forgets? When that child grows up, he will still see what his father said about him. What's your opinion, our guest? Our viewers, please let us know what's your opinion. Feel free to share your thoughts.
Okay, like I think, like Karanja Kamau said, you can still ask for the DNA. You can do a lot of things as parents, only the two of you, without involving the children. Yes, the mistake they did is going public and going to social media platforms and exposing their nonsense there. But at the end of the day, the person that was going, being hurted here was the child. DNA is not a bad thing to ask. Every man has the right to ask for the DNA if you know you don't trust that the child is yours. But you can do it. You can do it in a good way. You can just call your woman, call the mother of the child on one side, maybe on the telephone. Guys, make a meeting. Appointment. You just do the test. Even if the child is not a must that the child knows that they're doing the test for DNA. He can be told another thing, or you can just do the test and they come out, oh no, for heaven's sake, many children, they are not even interested what they go to do to the doctor, and the doctor place, so long as they're not being injected or being giving immunization or something. So you can still do it. I don't see any bad thing with DNA. DNA for me is, I can refer every man that feels like they are doubting if the child is theirs, they can still do the DNA.
I think otherwise, because whenever you ask the mother of your kids or the mother of your kid DNA, it means, for one thing, that you don't trust that woman, or you're just trying to call her something else and you're just trying to beat about the bush. And in this case, we are talking about a 7-year-old boy who knows whenever he goes to the doctor, and maybe he can even ask the parents what's happening, and he wants explanation. I have a 5 years old daughter, and whenever we go to the doctor, she usually asks, "Mommy, where are we going to and why?" And in this case, I have to explain. They have a 7-year-old boy, and I'm very sure he demanded for explanation. What do you think about the psychological torture that they caused that child? Because you want to make the men feel like it is their right. Like, ukikosana na bibi yako, unaitisha DNA. Ukitaka kumkoroga, DNA. What is that? Does it mean that we don't trust our spouse or the people that we are in a relationship with? Does it mean that you are so inhuman?
It's wrong.
not to care about the repercussions or what is going to happen to our kids.
And
Our viewers,
sorry, that's
feel
why I
free to
said
share your
you can
opinion.
do the DNA amicably. Okay.
Feel free to share your opinion. Okay, TV. Nice. Omoyo. Okay, maybe he is also surprised or she is also surprised. What do you think about it? Should we just, I mean, every other day I wake up, I'm not in an agreement with my husband. He asked me for DNA because I think they are using it as a form to torture the women, to make the women feel that they are not trustworthy, they cannot be trusted, to torture the kids psychologically, and even expose them to ridicule, as I have said. That's my opinion.
Okay, for me, from my own opinion, I don't see anything bad when a man asks me for DNA. So long as I know you're the father of the child and I'm confident enough, I will just take you in. Hello, let's go. What is so big about taking the DNA?
Does it
You
mean
just
that
take the DNA and
you
come
don't
out.
care about your kids and how they are being affected?
I mean,
Don't you
this is what I
see
was
as
trying to say. To take the DNA, you don't need to tell the child everything.
our
Hello?
viewers, please give the video a thumb up and feel free to share your opinion. Feel free to share your opinion. Let us know what you think about this topic. Does do men have the right to ask for DNA? Do you think that our kids are being exposed to psychological torture and public ridicule just because of our mistakes? And is it the responsibility of women to do family planning? I mean, is it the responsibility of a woman to carry every other baggage, raise the kids alone, do family planning, be asked for DNA and all that? What do you think, our viewers? Please let us interact. Let us get social. Share your opinion. Let us know what you think. Our guests, please tell us your opinion.
Okay, another thing I would like to add on that, we women, we have our mouth, we have our sweet tongue, and we know how to talk. We women, you and other women outside there, we know how you can talk to our men and convince them to do the right thing at the right time. You can still talk with them the pros and cons of doing the DNA. You can still talk. You just sit him down, talk to him, give him the disadvantages and advantages of doing it, how it's going to affect our family, our children. But if he still insists on, then if somebody insists on something, definitely there's some stars inside there. You have to prove yourself innocent in this game. But if you feel you don't want to prove yourself innocent for the sake of your children, then you can just pull it off. Talk to your husband, talk to your man. Try to make him understand the consequences you want to put the child on. And nowadays, another good thing with DNA, they have made it more, the technology have made it more easier for us. The only thing you need to do is maybe pluck a piece of your hair, a small
Small
part of
piece.
your hair,
Mhm.
and take it for the DNA. So the child don't need they don't need the presence of the child. He doesn't need to be there, or she doesn't need to be there. Just take the hair, take it for the DNA. It's very easy. I mean, the world has made things very easy for us. So you can't torture yourself, be killing yourself up. How am I going to do the DNA? I want to tell my child. How will I talk to my child? You don't need to. Just take the hair, go do the DNA. It's done. That's why I'm asking myself what was so big for Maribe not to go and do the DNA. What's so big there? You want your child to be taken care of. You like Karanja. Karanja said that the mother took care of them. She was a single mom that took care of them for a very long time. And she managed and she made it. A lot of women outside there, a lot of single women there outside there, they're taking good care of their child, of their children, without doing all this drama. Anataka nini? What does she want? Anataka tumfanyie nini Maribe? She's not the first woman to be left. She's not the only single lady in the world. They are, and they're still to come. She should woman up. Watu wanasemaga man up. Hapa ndasema Maribe, woman up and face life like it is. It is what it is.
Wow. I'm so shocked, for one, to hear, according to your opinion, that women are responsible for family planning. We should give DNA regardless of the kind of torture that you are going to cause to our children. And let me give some shout outs here. Karanja Kamau, for me, it's not even a question of being married or not. It's a question of planning your life. There are women who just want kids and no marriage. Yeah, and I believe that it's their own right. And according to the money that Eric Omondi is putting out there, spoiling people with money, spoiling people with gifts, doing unnecessary things just to catch people's attention, don't you think that he should use that money in a wise way and pay school fees for that kid, regardless if the child is his or not? I think he can even decide to do maybe a donation instead of wasting money and using money to show off, whereas he knows somebody somewhere is claiming that he is the father and he is a deadbeat dad. Don't you think that it would make sense for him to use that money to do something that is more important, like paying school fees and providing for that kid? No matter if he was good as he was trying to show the public he is, if he was good as he was trying to give gifts to everybody, like he cares, he no longer cares, I think he would have used that money to invest in a better place and in an important place by providing for that kid, no matter if the kid is his or not. It shows, for one, that he is so inhuman and he cannot use his money to donate to the poor. If you cannot be able to provide to a child who claims to be yours, then it means that you cannot even be able to donate to the poor. Then why go and show off? I'm giving, I don't know who, what and what. I'm doing shows and everything that are not so necessary as the life of that innocent kid, that are not so necessary as the education of that kid and being there for that kid. Does it mean that he cannot donate? Does it mean that he cannot give, assuming that that kid was somebody somewhere who needs a father figure, somebody somewhere who needs provision? Does it mean that he cannot invest in that area? It is better for him to go and do like material projects and give gifts to everybody in the world and leave that kid to suffer. It shows that he is so inhuman and he has no feelings and he doesn't care. He's just trying to show off. What do you think? Our viewers, please share your opinion. Please share your opinion and let us know what you think.
Okay, about Eric Omondi finances, I believe that one is a little bit tricky because it was all quiet before. Nothing was happening. We never heard about their issues. We never heard about their dramas. It just came of recent. So we can never tell. We can never tell whether Eric Omondi was taking part of it, but not in paying school fees, or he was not taking part of it completely. Because like I know what I know is that they went for an holiday, and definitely it's Eric Omondi that financed the holiday. So that means this couple, this family, they have been in good times for a long time. And at the end of the day now, because of this girl, all said and done is because of this lady that is pregnant, that is said to be pregnant of Eric Omondi, that made Maribe to behave like this. So about his money, how he spends his money, I believe this is Eric Omondi's matter. He needs to know how he can spend his money to take care of the child. Maybe they had an agreement. You can never know. You can never tell. Maybe Eric Omondi was only to chip in buying stuff for the child, making shopping, because there's another video they did to in Instagram. They were from shopping. They have some videos they have done, like 3 of them, in 1 or 2, 3 occasions. So like from Maribe's behavior yesterday, I must say they might have an agreement before, but due to this, the fact that Eric Omondi exposed another lady being pregnant for him, that's why Maribe decided to behave like that. So for this case, it's a little bit tricky for us to judge. And hello, who knows? Maribe have a lot in the closets to say, and as well as Eric Omondi have a lot also to say. He said that he cannot split everything out. Maribe says she can't talk for now. She has a lot to talk. So the two of them, what I can say, like Kamau said here, what they do in the bedroom, they should finish it in the bedroom. What is done in Vegas is always left in Vegas. So Eric Omondi and Maribe, they should behave themselves, but Maribe should behave like a woman. If she knows the child is for Eric Omondi, she should go for the DNA. It's very simple act to do. Just pluck the hair. It will not affect the child. You don't need to tell the child anything. They will not know where the hair went to. You can just take her to Baba or him to Baba, or just pluck a little piece of the hair. You go with it, they do the test, and it's done. The children will not be affected. They will not even know. So that's it. It is what it is. Maribe should behave herself.
Point of correction: there is no proof that that Eric Omondi is the one who was responsible, or he was the one who was paying for the places that they were going for holiday. Who
It's
knows?
hanging.
Who knows? Maybe it is Jacque Maribe who was paying for the expenses and the things that he was spending on. And the other point, Eric Omondi should man up, and all the other men outside there who are trying to run away from their responsibilities, they should man up and take up their responsibilities. Pay school fees, provide for your kids, and do everything that is needed, and play the father figure role in the life of your kids. They should man up and take their responsibilities. Our viewers, let me give you some shout outs. Oki TV, DNA is the new excuse lie for men. He should face his responsibility. After all, the child is innocent. Very good. Triza, behave like a woman while this show is on fire. I think, okay, this show is on fire. Triza, sorry, Maribe. Yeah, I agree with you. We should say sorry to her, and Eric Omondi should man up. He should stop asking for DNA. And in the first place, we don't know even that whether he's going to pay for the DNA, or he's just using his mouth to shout there he wants DNA to prove, to catch attention or to do anything. But he should man up and take his responsibilities. Even the men who are out there, I would like them to know that family planning is not the responsibility of women alone. As long as there are two adults who are being involved in that act, they should be responsible of their acts, but not just trying to claim that it's a woman thing. And we even don't know whether he's going to pay for that DNA, or he's just saying DNA, but he's not going to pay for it. What's your opinion, our guests?
At this point, let me just insist on this thing, because it has happened to be in the society. Women are in.
Do you think he's going to even to pay for DNA if he cannot pay school fees for his child? And I believe that Maribe is not mad to go pinpointing him and saying that he is the father of her kid. If he cannot pay school fees, if he cannot provide, are you sure that he's even going to pay for that DNA, or he just wants to show off and get attention from the public? What do you think, our guest?
As much as he saw that Maribe is creating attention, as much as he realized that Maribe is trying to create attention for herself, or maybe, I don't know. I believe for him to ask for this DNA publicly, he is ready to take care of that DNA. And another thing, society has taken this charge that they'll always be protecting the girl child. It's good, it's right. But what of the boy child? Somebody just mentioned the same thing, and it was in my mind. She said to support the boy child. I wish we had a guy in the show to support the boy child. We are supposed to support the boy child too, because we also have boy children. We always think, we women, the good thing or the bad thing, as we always think about ourselves as a woman, because we are the one who gave birth, we are the one who felt the pain, we are women. What of that boy child? It cannot be that Eric Omondi is the one that is on the bad side just because he's a star or just because he's a celeb. Jacque Maribe should woman up. She should show the women the right way to follow, the right way to go. Not to talk too much, just the way she appeared on that interview yesterday. We don't need to even discuss. It's enough to show that Maribe should first behave herself. She should behave like a mother. Because as much as you say that the internet will never forget, the social media will never forget, as much as the internet and the social media will never forget her actions, the way she behaved, the way she came in the interview drunk. The interview will forever be there. The child will meet the interview, seeing her mother drunk, lying down on the so-called that she was claiming is not a responsible father. So there are a lot of things in question there. Maribe should woman up. She is the one in the position to make Eric behave himself. If she doesn't show Eric that she can behave herself, then Eric will take her like dustbin. She'll use her like the dust ile tunatumiaga nyumbani, doing her anyhow that he wants. Because we cannot quarrel on social media in 1 minute, the next minute I'm drunk, I'm coming to you, holding you, lying on you, doing all those sorts of nonsense. Maribe, wake up and behave like a woman. You're a woman. You are the one who's supposed to be woe unto man, not man woe. Maribe, amka.
I think that Maribe has a right, like any other woman, to ask for support from the father of her child. And she has the right also to catch feelings and to feel bad and to be affected when she hears or when she reads that the father of her kid is saying that he is ready to support a kid from another woman. He's ready to be there. He's ready even to pay school fees and the rest of the things that are needed in the life of a kid. Yet the kid who is already born, the one who is already can be seen, I mean, he's there, he's not supporting that kid. He's a deadbeat kid. How can you go claiming that you are going to support a kid and the other one you have already deserted? I think he should man up. He should man up and prove that he is a gentleman by providing for his kid and even using that money that he's using to brag and even to show up by providing and being responsible for his acts. Our viewers, please let us know your opinion. Teresa, at times women are nagging too.
Sana.
Teresa Mboro, hey, hi Teresa, welcome. Oki TV. The woman must have tried to speak to Eric privately several times, but she was also insulted by Eric. That's why she decided to bring the whole thing in the public. Well said. Who knows? Maybe Eric, with his actions and his behaviors, he has insulted this lady for many times. And definitely being a woman, that's why Jacque Maribe was hurt and she decided, come and buy. Let me put it out there so that the people or the public may know what kind of a person he is. So that even that lady who is trying to say that he's going to provide for her kids should ask herself a question. If he wants to provide, if he is claiming to provide for my kid, and yet he has not provided for the other kid, is he really a responsible man? He's a deadbeat father, I would say that. Our viewers, what's your opinion as we hear from our guest?
Okay, it's getting interesting, really. Okay, for Maribe, she has been seeing Eric Omondi doing his wonderful works. Let me call it like that. He was showing his life, big life, going to places, buying gifts for people. She never, for the last 7 years, opened her mouth to complain or to post or to do anything. But just because she saw her fellow woman being posted as she's pregnant for Eric Omondi, it beat the last bone in her stomach, and that's why she decided to come out. This is why she decided to come out. Why didn't she come out for all those instances that have gone, that are past? Why didn't she bring herself out to complain about Eric Omondi? Why? I mean, this is an act of jealousy. This is an act of jealousy because you see another woman being posted. That's why you decided to bust Eric Omondi out. That's why I'm insisting Maribe should behave like a woman. I know. She's somebody with her class. She could have called Eric Omondi and asked her, okay, now you're ready to post this girl, to make like this, and what of your child? She has the Eric Omondi number, they see each other, they drink, they go to parties. Jealousy is the thing that is killing we women. And Maribe couldn't hide it anymore. She has seen Eric Omondi spending money, spoiling money, throwing money, taking shower with money, doing everything, but she has never brought herself out. Why this particular date?
Trees, I think. Exactly, Atoti talks. That's what I was addressing. Boy child, Karanja Kamau. Please, my sisters, let's get it straight. If Maribe knows Omondi is the dad, she could have gone to court long time ago. Trees, I
Yeah.
think. How can we forget she was with the serial killer? I'm sorry to bring that up. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I, wa-
Liza, kunywa chai
I just
na bili yangu.
our guest, I just wanted to let you know that Eric Omondi provoked Jackie Maribe at this very day. She provoked her. Maybe all the other times he was acting the best one, the good one, until this day when he provoked her to the climax and she felt like I cannot keep it to myself anymore. The public has to know this. And on this very day, he provoked that lady. And if you want to know that the bad side of a person, in most cases, dare to provoke people. He provoked her. That's why she decided, let me post it, that the truth may be known. It's not that she had been quiet, because she was quiet because he was acting the good one, the innocent one, doing good things, acting good, but silent about this case, about this child issue. But at this very day, he provoked her to the climax, and she felt that she could not have it anymore. That's why she decided, let me post it, that the public may know. What do you think about it?
I will still go with the Karanja Kamau. Maribe could have gone to court long time ago. Maribe, her action is not even out of provocation. Maribe, her action is out of jealous. Who knows? Maybe by the time she was writing the comment, she was already drunk. You can never tell, because Eric Omondi has spent money. He has thrown money. He has dealt with money. Yani ametumia pesa mpaka pesa ikamzoea. And Maribe was part of it. She has been seeing everything that Eric Omondi has been doing in social media. And another thing that I'm also wondering, why couldn't this Maribe of herself wait until this baby is born and she see the kind of life the baby is living? If the life is too not equivalent with the child's own, then she can come out. Umeona Eric Omondi akicheza na pesa, lavishing, doing all those kinds of nonsense things with money, amefanya like, alafu because of just a woman with the belly, hata mtoto hajazaliwa surely. Don't, anyway, she's even implying curses on this unborn baby. Maribe, please, wherever you are, enda uamke. Acha kulala.
Okay, TV, DNA for a woman is like insulting because that is not good. Very good. Asking a woman for DNA is insulting a woman, or walking around the bush, using another word too. I would say, like, showing that you don't you don't trust that woman. That's why you're saying that she has to provide DNA. But did you see when Eric Omondi went to one of the stations, he said that this pregnancy that he was talking about, it was just about Clout. With his big name being a comedian, he decided to play his cards well and say to the public that the lady was pregnant of him and he was ready to take care of that kid. He was ready to take up the responsibilities, and it was just about the clout because of a movie or a song, something of that sort that they wanted to release. Did you see that part? Our
Yeah,
guest.
yeah, yeah.
And then he said that he was trying to catch clout. What do you think? What's your opinion?
Okay, from Eric Omondi type of work, of course, he's a comedian. He's a comedian, and for that's what I was trying to say. For Maribe to always, sorry, for Maribe to be taking Eric Omondi serious, first of all, she's nuts. She's not supposed to be taking Eric Omondi serious, because Eric Omondi is somebody that can act. Anaweza kwa hata ako kwa supermarket, apack kila kitu. He will be packing and packing and packing everything in the this wagon. How do they call it? Where they put when you buy things. I don't know in English. Wagon of
Trolley.
yeah, trolley. At the end of the day, aseme ataki hizo vitu. He brings them back. It's only you that a stupid person that don't know Eric Omondi can get angry with Eric Omondi because he's a comedian and he will always be a comedian. Even all this material wife or wife material or something like that, it's all jokes. He's just chasing clouds. Eric Omondi is never serious. Jackie Maribe is the one who's putting herself into. I mean, she's making people. Let me say, she's warming the fire to come out for herself because she knows very well. Like Teresa said, she was in a serial kill. She was involved with a serial killer or something like that. I mean, if I know I've been in such an incident, I would try as much as I can to put myself back the mirror. I mean, back the scenes. I'll never bring myself in the scenes. I'll never bring myself in the camera. I will first try to make sure that all what I did in the past has been, because people will always judge you in the past. And if you're the kind of person that always get affected so quickly, it will kill you softly. For the type of Maribe, she's not supposed to be even coming out in public. I'm sorry to say this. She can move her life. She can do her life, but in a different way. Not in a way that she knows that people are going to attack her at the end of the day. I'm very sorry to say this, but Maribe, from the act that the serial thing that happened, the killings, she's supposed to be a little bit down first. She can do a lot of things to make herself good. She's a woman. She's beautiful. She can still come out in public if she wants, but in a different way. But not in this way. Hello, if she come out in this way, I mean, judges are there. We dunia, by the way, we judge more than God himself. So she should expect this and more and worse.
Do you want to say that she should pull back and suffer in depression and see her child suffering, maybe lack of basic needs, lack of school fees, only not to show up in public, only not to request the father of that kid to provide?
Okay, if she came out in public now, did you see the kind of response that Eric Omondi get? The post got? Everybody was attacking Maribe. Even after her going for the interview, I mean, she went to Jalango's TV station. She went to the second interview in the evening. She was drunk and all those type of things. The whole Kenya, I mean, almost the whole East Africa, they're attacking her. So who is even inviting depression to herself? She's the one. She's the one killing herself softly, because at the end of the day, when she comes sober, she'll be reading at the comments. It's killing. No matter how strong you are, social media can kill you. It can kill you softly. So she have Eric Omondi's friends. She knows Eric Omondi brother, Akina Jalango, or Akina, a lot of people that she can get to get through Eric Omondi, for them to talk to Eric Omondi, and Eric Omondi can be responsible if he is the father, or if he's supposed to be responsible. Because like OKTV said, every child is innocent. Hata kama yeye sio baba yao mtoto, still through people talking to him, he could have started his work or take part in the child's life. But you don't need to come out like that, and you have your skeletons. I mean, your wardrobe is full of bad skeletons and that. Iko mpaka na cobwebs. Na unataka kuattack mtu mwingine. Wewe ndio watakumaliza.
It is a thing. I don't consider it that he provoked her. I believe Eric Omondi was in the line of duty. That's
exactly
his hustle. But I tend to think, even if that's his hustle, he should use another better way to hustle, but not trying to provoke the mother of his kid. There are better ways that people can use to hustle, but not putting your children in the public, putting them in public.
And that's why I told you,
torturing them. Torturing them psychologically, socially. Because now people, okay, maybe the other kids in school will start separating themselves from that kid, saying, hey, your father and mother are always fighting. I mean, maybe your school fees is not paid. He should use other ways to seek attention, but not going to provoke the mother of your kid. That is lack of respect to the mother of your child in the first place. And it is not 100% sure that he is not the father of the kid, in as much as the public would argue and say that maybe he's not the father of the kid. Maybe he's the father of the kid. But I think he can use other ways to hustle, other ways to create attention. Like, for example, when he was invited in Radio Jambo, he said that he was just trying to chase Clout, because he was trying to release, I don't know whether it's a song or it's a video with that lady. That's why he was using that. I mean, but there are other ways that people can put themselves in the public, or promote their things, the music and the videos and everything, but not just trying to provoke the mother of your kid in the name of chasing Clout. not caring how it is going to affect that innocent child. For one thing, you are not providing your a deadbeat child, and to put more fire to the injuries, you expose that kid to public scrutiny, and then you go and say we wanted to release a video. That is giving men platform to hit and run without taking responsibilities. And then I was just chasing crowd. I mean, we should be more inhuman. We should think about our kids, the consequences, and the consequences of our actions. And did you hear the other point as well? That he made peace with Jacque Maribe. I don't know whether you saw that part. Our guest, have you
Yeah, I
seen it?
saw the
Have you heard
video, and
about it?
that's what I'm trying. Yeah, I saw the video, and that's what I was trying to insist on. Because, like you said, that he provoked Maribe. He was not supposed to do this. He was not supposed. Hello, Eric has a life to live. Maribe and Eric, they are not married. They only have a child. It's only the child that is giving them this communication and this bond. So Eric has his life to live. He can do whatever he wants. He can post whoever he wants. If he wants to stand naked on social media, he can do. If he wants to stand naked with a girl on social media, hello, he have a life to live. He can do it. That is always his own problem. Jacque Maribe is the one who was supposed to be responsible enough. If he knows the thing has really hit her up, he could have looked for a channel to reach Eric Omondi. If Eric Omondi is not picking the phone. I saw the video that they went to make peace. Maribe alikuwa zake. Yeah, alikuwa she didn't know. She was not even herself. And that's why I'm saying the girl needs to change. For real. I'm a woman. I can't attack her. But Maribe, she needs to show up as a woman. She can drink. It's her life. I can't stop her from drinking. She wants to drink. But when you're coming out publicly, behave. Come like a woman. Come like a mother. Represent other mothers. Represent your child, wherever he is. Like you said, internet never forgets. Sasa umelewa, you come out publicly with the father of your child. Maybe then how will we know that the next thing is the second child? Alafu utakuja useme bado Eric Omondi is not responsible. You and Eric Omondi, who is not responsible? Is it not you that goes out drunk and or Eric Omondi that was trying even to hold you not to fall down on the video?
Our viewers, please let us know your opinion, and don't forget to give this video a thumb up. Please like the video and let us know your opinion. He went to apologize. He apologized to Jacque Maribe. And do you think that maybe it was a plan? Maybe all this time, all this story, all this drama, do you think maybe that it was maybe a plan? Trying to kill two birds with one stone, drama after another, trying to chase Clout.
No, for Eric Omondi, he was doing his work according to, he was in the line of duty. But Maribe took things personally. Because I remember the video that Eric Omondi did with the Eve Mungai afterwards. They called Maribe the next day morning, I think. They called Maribe, and Maribe was like, Eric, you've not been paying school fees. Eric, you have been like this, like that. And that's why I decided to bring you out. Maribe took things personally. You understand? So she knew that, I'm going to get a competitor. Now, the things, maybe the little things I used to get, I'll not get even one now or anymore, because somebody's already on the game now. Somebody's taking our part. And that's why Maribe decided to burst out, forgetting the fact that the father of the child is a comedian. He's in the line of duty. It can't be true. It's good to communicate. That's why there's communication. You can call WhatsApp. Kama hauna credit kuna WhatsApp, unaweza text, unaweza andika Facebook. You can, a lot of ways of communicating. She could have communicated with Eric Omondi instead of behaving like a mad woman in the market.
We cannot conclude, we cannot judge it that way, because we don't know if he had blocked her in every means of communication, maybe in Facebook and WhatsApp, as you say. Maybe,
and that's why I said there's a channel of communication. There's a channel of communication. Anajua watu wa Eric. She could have reached them and lay complaints. And if Eric doesn't want to listen, you cannot tell me 7 years we've been calling Eric ashiki simu na kuna courts za nini, children court, uende kotini na ule complaints huko. baba mtoto take care of the child, and the fact that Eric Omondi is a public figure, hiyo itakuwa mara moja, the case will go like this na apate the child support. So Maribe, she should just go and sit down. Anakasirisha binadamu.
I think hii kesi ni ngumu, but what has been happening nowadays, you have to come up with something to keep you trending like right. You are very right. I agree with you. Now the trending number one is this story Omondi na Jacque Maribe. In my opinion, I think this was a deal that was already planned for them to catch attention from the public. It was chasing the clout. It was drama hidden after another drama. Involve Miss P, involve Eric Omondi, involve Jacque Maribe. Only to chase, in the name of chasing clout. Our viewers, please let us know your opinion as we wind up, and please don't forget to give this video a thumb up. Don't to give it a like. Forget to give it a like. What do you think? Was it crowd chasing? What do you think, our guest? Was it crowd chasing or it was something serious? What's your opinion about it? Drama hidden after
On
another
Maribe's
drama.
part, on Maribe's part, according to Eve Mungai last video they did, Maribe on was serious. It was a serious thing. She didn't know that Eric Omondi is chasing clouds for real. She didn't know. She didn't know until now. They had to. Eric Omondi had to come out in public again and say that, oh, you ilikuwa tu ni jokes. Eric Omondi cleared the air. He said even he said that they met she and Miss P. They just met 2 weeks ago. They exchanged numbers 2 weeks ago. Miss P is 5 months pregnant. So that's why I said with Eric Omondi, you can never take this guy serious. Even if he says that he's coming, I don't know. Me, I can't take this guy serious. Says Eric Omondi serious. Never. What I know, he's my namesake in the other way. So that's the only part I take him serious. The rest,
He is a joker, but he should not bring his jokes in the issues of parenthood. Our viewers, our guest today is a fellow YouTuber, and her channel is called, please, our guest, tell us what's the name of your channel?
Atoti Talks. Atoti Talks. If you go to my YouTube channel, niko hapo, Atoti Talks. Kindly subscribe to my channel. And Instagram, Lily Atoti.
Wow, nice.
So for YouTube ndio muhimu. I need YouTubers. I need subscribers.
She's a fellow YouTuber. She has a YouTube channel and she has a lot of good content. Everything that maybe you'd wish to know about life in Germany and even some other things. She has also explained and talked about her opinion on different issues. Maybe you can visit her channel and show her some love, like her videos, subscribe to her channel, and let's support her work. Thank you so much, Judith Sarah Amisi. Hey, good people. Hi to you. Thank you for joining in. And we want to say thank you to everybody who has been there since the starting of this video. Thank you so much, even for the likes and the comments. We don't take it for granted. For now, we want to say bye-bye and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.